I am so excited to be in Anne Arundel High School. I get the opportunity to learn a little bit of football. I get to learn a little bit of football with the DC Divas. And so they're playing out here. This is actually their last game of the season, so caught them at a perfect time. And this is so exciting. The weather is not too bad. It's pretty windy. I do feel a little bloated, so that's not super fun, but you can't always predict women feels and feelings and things like that. So I'm excited. I get to link with Brandy. She's gonna show me some stretches. I was bloated. I don't know why. Lord, I hope I ain't got a poop or something. Oh, what if like my muscles are tight? Here we are.
So I'm a DE, so I don't do like routes or anything. So
I do not know what a DE is. What I say is like I know what a touchdown is. I know that y'all ball is made of pigskin.
I'm a defensive end.
Defensive end.
So I'm on the D line. I play on the D line.
Okay.
So,
and D line is the defense line.
Yep. And then I'm better at pass rush.
Pass rush.
Yeah.
So like somebody done pass the ball, y'all trying to get it to the end.
So when the quarterback indicates that she's about to pass, that's when my main objective is to disrupt her rhythm.
When the opponent's quarterback.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, to disrupt the rhythm, because she probably already has a plan of where she wants to throw, and you need to take notice of where she's about to go and stop that whole shindig.
Yep, that's the goal. That's the goal.
So what kind of like first stretches, like I know that y'all probably got a whole routine, but like just so I am minimizing my injuries, because I don't work out much, but there's a couple stretches that I could do to at least be prepared for your D line. Yes.
So basically one is probably these like getting low and stretching down.
Like a squat?
Yeah.
And using the shoes to like support?
It's like a sumo squat, and then you stand up. And that stretches your hamstrings. Then
you
get back
I felt
to the
it.
sumo squat. Yeah, like that. Then
I was having cramps earlier. I think that actually is helping it a little bit.
Yeah, and then also like just like you're getting your body moving first. Like you can do like a little sprint or whatever.
Ooh, a very little sprint. All right, I'm gonna follow your lead.
All right, so I don't want to do too much because I don't want to get kicked off the field because it's not really open yet.
Oh, okay. So, just very minimal. Like I said, I understand there's a whole thing that y'all do.
Yeah. So all right, so we're just gonna do a little jog, get your blood flowing. Get your blood flowing, get your blood flowing, get your blood flowing. Yeah. So, you can always try out for O-line, D-line.
You said I could try out.
You can try out. You got a couple months for tryout.
Try out?
Yeah, we try out.
Oh God.
In October, November,
If I find a better bra, I would consider trying out.
To figure it out.
Me, a football player. Oh goodness!
I'm telling you, we got mothers. We got wives. We got people in the military. Then we have people who are just living their life, just trying to do something different. Just staying in shape. Because like lifting weights and all that stuff is really good for women, especially keeping muscle density.
Okay, yes, I didn't know that y'all have all kind of people from all walks of life. Actually, I think one of your players was one of my friends' ex-co-worker, and she was a teacher. She taught at what's that all-girls school in DC? One of them, but that's one of your players. And so yes, I'm glad. So it's not usually people that have played football in like college and stuff.
No, it's very few people that like there's women that played in high school or played like in the little leagues. But as I think, as my theory is like when especially in high school, how men they go spurt, everything gets more stronger. So I guess they get more discouraged to play on football because the dynamics is way different.
Right.
We gotta get. I know Lois, that's one of our VPs. She's trying to get these female tackle football in high school. It's just like the different laws and stuff.
Yeah, right.
It's slowing it down a little bit, so we can have, at least have some kind of like learning,
like a pipeline.
So we can. So our learning curve is not so like going up then stop. Then you gotta train from basic. Like a lot of people come in, like coaches gotta understand, like they gotta sometimes gotta teach the basics.
Right. Right.
Even though we consider like pro, semi-pro, but you gotta teach the basics to actually get
because even though they can do that skill, they haven't actually been constantly exposed. Whereas like boys, they're like doing it since like 4 years old, and there's always something for them.
Yes.
I did hear recently though that they're trying to, they're thinking about making flag football like a professional league or something like that.
Yeah, that's because there's now an Olympic team for it.
Oh.
So now, since there's an Olympic team, they're trying to create that, make sure the talent pool gets their chance to actually do what they got to do and be exposed and be. But we're like tackle football. Actually, it's around like we have people from Britain, we have people from Austria. We have like worlds competitions and tournaments. So it's like we're worldwide. It's just we gotta just get our name out there and be like, yo,
like we're here.
Women do tackle football, you know. So.
Yes, of course. That's exciting, and that's interesting to know. Oh Lord, not donuts in the parking lot.
Who was that?
It's one of your people.
I don't know.
Whipping a mommy van.
So yeah, so this is like, I'm gonna show you one of my stance. So this is the defensive stance. So like your feet are shoulder width apart. You take one of your toes, like line it up with your heel.
With my back heel.
Yeah.
Okay.
You squat down. Then
the leg that is back, I'm supposed to be pulling that arm up.
Yeah, you can keep it right here. I rather keep it right in my face. And then you lean your foot, you put your butt up, and then once you're in your stance, you drop.
Oh Lord, okay. So, and I'm assuming I'm doing that when like whistle blows.
When the ball moves.
Oh, so you also got to keep it up. Do you guys do a lot of yoga? I feel like that's a lot of yoga that's necessary.
Not necessarily. It's mostly like by the time, like when you're on the line, if you fall away from the ball, you just really gotta pay attention to the body language of the person in front of you.
Oh, to see what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I usually try to keep eyes on the hip. But if it's like if they're really far away from the ball, I can like cock my head a little bit so I can actually see like the center move. Once I see the center move, that's when I go. So, yeah.
That is a good skill to know. Okay, so I'm here. I got this hand down to support me. I'm assuming in my angle. What am I doing?
You just hold it up because this is you could be your attack hand. So you either you're either gonna block movement with this hand, or you're going to you're either gonna stabilize, like, or you're like boom, you hit, and this is like your leverage. So you put your arm up, you create leverage to keep them in one spot.
Okay, don't hurt. But okay, so like, because if I'm defense, I'm trying to stop wherever their person is trying to get it to their team. I'm coming here. We're different teams. I'm here. I see the ball is, and then I'm running to you to do this. Like, is my hand?
You either doing that or you trying to that's mostly basically the basic
to stop them, because at that point, because they probably already have their plan like, oh, I'm a drill straight. But if I done tipped off their balance, because I mean, especially running fast will be.
They're trying to block you from getting the ball, and you're trying to try to avoid them to get to the ball. So basically, if anything, you're trying if you can, you're gonna try to power through them so that they can be a disruption to the quarterback or to the running back, whatever's happening, or you get around them and you become the destruction of that play. So it's like once you get around them, you have a choice. You have to either run for the ball or run for the quarterback, or make sure that if the quarterback runs away from you, you make sure you get it. Okay,
I think I got you. On that. See, I'll be ready by fall. Who knows? We'll see. All right, then what is next thing that I need to know? So I got my defense. I know this. I know that I'm waiting for the ball to move.
Yeah.
So what if it's not the other team that's throwing the ball? What if I am still considered defensive with my team throwing? What should my body language like?
If you're on the offensive line,
yes.
The offensive line is mostly their stance is more of a squat. So depending on what side the ball is on, their foot is either slightly behind them, like slightly cocked back, but it's like mostly a squat. So they flat feet, they got flat feet, and then boom, they have like basically right here. So basically everything is right here. So if someone moves their hand, they shouldn't move. Nothing
Nothing should get past them.
Yeah, no, like this how stable their feet, their stance should be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then from there, they'll stand. From there, they'll either step back if if they're a tackle, they'll step back and make sure that they're protecting the ball from the passer, or they'll try to drive you away from the ball or away from the play.
If my position is defense and I'm no longer defending the ball, like does my position change based on who has the ball, or will I always be defense throughout the game and my goal is always to
It
defend?
depends on what kind of player you are, but most players are usually one or two positions. But they usually, like, if you're a D, if you're a defensive end or tackle, you're gonna stay on the D line. You don't really switch up unless it depends on the personnel of your team and what y'all working with. So if they want you to play on both sides of the ball, hey, you got it. You play on both sides of the ball.
Oh gosh,
So,
that sounds like you're gonna have to remember a whole bunch of different plays. Whereas someone who only has one position and they're always at position all the time. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, cool. I got this. All right. So you need to know who has the ball at the time of whatever, whenever you get into your
but
squad.
it's really just told so the way the game of football plays, that everything is it's not really a lot of confusion on who has the ball, because it's all right, you got three, you got four. When you start off with the ball, you get the kickoff, whatever. So that means you have offense. So you try to get a touchdown in 4 downs, and if you're on defense, you just try to stop it, try to stop the offense in 4 downs. And if you make the stop, you switch. If they make a touchdown, the ball a possession switch. So it's really simple.
Okay. Simple. Hey, you said simple.
Yeah. All right. I'll teach you more in October.
Okay. We gotta make, because I'll be so sad. It's like, yeah, nah, she said. Because the thing is, when I was in high school, that's where I learned how to play volleyball. When I say I've never touched the volleyball, but it's still like low stakes. People ain't paid to come see me. But if I'm out here like, yeah, this is our first time holding the ball,
they'll make sure you know what you need to do
before the
you
actual
get in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as long as you stay patient and you learn the sport, you'll get your playing time. You get your time.
And I know this, like with tackling, because I'm assuming you've gone to guy games and girl games. Is there, like, what are the biggest, like, I guess, changes in law when it comes to girl tackling versus guy tackling?
There's no changes. We play with the college rules most of the time. We get just like some stray away from different. We have like different variations, but it's not really noticeable. Like most of the time with tackle, it's just everything is about technique. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you don't want to get really hurt or anything, just make sure your technique is sound. You're in shape. Like you get your body ready.
Right.
And, like you just really know it's all the freak accidents, yeah. But it's like usually if you're in shape and you're like you know how to tackle, you study the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not, you won't get those crazy. You won't get no really crazy injury. It's just like you might have like muscle, like using your muscles too much. You probably get a hamstring tick or something like that.
Is there an age, like, is there a requirement of how old you can be before you apply for or try out for a DCD?
You gotta at least be 18. That's how I know that much. You gotta at least be 18. You can be as old as you want to play. As long as you're able and willing to learn. Like music, if you good, because I think our oldest player is like 51.
What?
Yeah, and she playing on the field. She good.
I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that. I try working out with old heads, and when I say they get me beat every single time, like especially when it comes to like running, I don't know. I think it's the extra time, and I don't mean like 50, because 50 is not even truly old. I'm talking about the 60s, and they moving, and they don't play about their injuries. So I know that they're doing the right workout. So today is the last day of the season. So when do you feel like is like the conditioning time that y'all are like, oh, this is all gym time and we're working out, trying to prepare for whatever our first game?
Once playoffs is over, once we we know once we set our like made our bed, I like to say sometimes. So once that's over, that's when I really start thinking. I'll give myself maybe 2 weeks and I'll start getting hit in the gym.
2 weeks?
Yeah,
vacation, no vacation time.
It doesn't. But if you love it, it doesn't feel like work. If you love it, it don't feel like work. It's just like it's something to do. I could show you the rip. Alright, so you stand right here.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get in the position. So you go get in your
defense or offense? I know.
No, I just say stand like this. Okay. Ready position, and I'll just show you. So, alright. So come back up. So boom, I come here,
Mhm.
you get the rip,
Mhm.
bow, the
Oh.
rip. That's the way you can get around the ball. Like, so say if you're the tackle, the way for me to get around you is to block your hands.
Oh, okay.
Block your hands,
Mhm.
boom, and I rip off you, boom.
So your hand that is furthest away from me is the one that is doing most of the movement, and this is supposed to support.
It can be.
Oh.
It depends on my opponent.
Mhm.
So it depends on how they shifting
Mhm.
towards me. So if I have sometimes if I have someone lunging at me,
Mhm.
like lunge at me, boom, boom,
Mhm.
I can either push them that way, like
Mhm.
that, or I could just take this hand
Mhm.
and hold them like this, and I can see what's happening behind them.
What if I said, "Oh, I'm gonna play dirt. I'm gonna grab your legs," because your legs was fully open. I could just grab and
Well,
pull.
how we play is that in the rules of the game, it doesn't it wouldn't be feasible unless it's
Oh.
like you have like if it's like the terminology is more so unless it's like a pull that makes more sense. But if it's not, if you're not pulling and you're right there on the line, it wouldn't make.
Oh, okay.
Because like if you go for my legs, I could just push you down and get around.
Right, and now I'm taking all this time getting back up, and then everybody's on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
A ripple, because it's like a ripple. You're doing a ripple around me. Okay, cool. So I now know your starting position as a defense. I know the starting as an offense, and now I know a ripple. Good stuff.
I feel like if you want to be join like any organization, it's like if you don't think you do the sports wise, but if you think you just want to do something, get out the house, like you can always help all kinds of organizations with like operations, getting stuff together, like outreach. So it's like it's always an option, always an option.
Oh, so it's like even if I'm not on the field, like I still can have a position with DC Divas. Like I can do something else if I just have the love of the game. You know, so one of the biggest things I feel as though is an issue when we get older is that, you know, if similar to as we talked about with guys, they're like, all right, I played in college, my goal is to get into the NFL. And so for some of the ladies that play, they might have not played in college, they might have not even played in high school, they wanted to join, but they still can learn something from being, and I don't just mean like operations or marketing, but like if they were playing the game, they can take some of these skills into their regular day life.
Yeah, I came to the team fresh. Like I didn't know nothing. I didn't know how to play. I didn't know the rules. I was like kind of in shape. So I was like, all right, let me just try to like, work it out. And then like, my first couple years were rough. And then after that, things started clicking. And then I started working out. Things started working out from there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, you could take a lot. You could take a lot from all the things you learn from football, just for being persistent, being consistent.
For sure.
It's like most of it is just being consistent and being persistent and being able to learn from your mistakes and able to learn from others from a different perspective, and not being too gun ho on how things are supposed to be, because some things change.
Right. So a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
So like when we finish school, we're really thinking about like let's consider that even though this is a career for a lot of folks, but this might be a hobby for them. And I feel as though with hobbies, we need to consider like three major buckets to fill, which is education, independent living, and then employment. And so we talked about, I guess, this is something to do to stay in shape. So I would attribute that maybe to like independent living. You have to keep up with your health.
Yeah.
Health is wealth. What about education and employment? How can football, regardless if it's Divas or another team, boys or girls, how could education or football education and employment kind of tie in with football?
Education, you learn more like your mind body connection, like how to move your body, like with any sport, how to move your body, how to like know like what exactly you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Understanding like, all right, I feel like I'm doing this, coach. Like no, you're not, and they show you what you're doing, then you like, oh, and you like try to adjust and do what you gotta do. But it's like it's mostly like education. It's just like learning how to get in shape for your goal, learning how to communicate with your team, learning some of the leadership skills, learning to understand that you're not always going to be that leader. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna have to step back and be like, all right, this is not my niche right now. Let me come back to it when I get there. And then for like career, it's like there's a lot of opportunities to learn how operation works. Like you want to just like work with the Go team, you just like figure out how everything works and what you need, and the logistics of how an event is. You can like kind of get in some people's ears, and and from there, like if you want to do like event planning, that's like the niche is here. Like you can learn how to get that stuff here, you know. And preparing, making sure everything's prepared. That's really
Solid. I think that's dope. Cause yeah, it just, you always want to do dual purposes, and like, especially now we see on TikTok, we see on Instagram, people are making their loves and their passions make money for them. They're making their loves and their passions, you know, to learn from it. And I feel as though, especially a lot of the influencers we see now and the players we see now, like, they're not just doing the game. They're taking whatever skills they can do and apply it.
Yeah, because a lot of our players, they try to they're trying to working on word sponsors and getting brand deals. You know what I'm saying? So slowly and surely, they like, if you look at Lois's page, Lois Cook, so she has like she works with the Defender, she works with other stuff. Just because she's making them like her social media, she's really worked hard on making her social media presence very known. So she had opportunities to show the divas where we at and actually keep our like name to like a lot of people, so people understand and see us. So yeah, so I think if anything, it's like you can do anything from where you like, with any sport or any activity, you can start for anything and make it a successful thing. You can make it as successful or as your little secret as much as possible. So it's just like, if any hobby, anything like that. So you just gotta work at it and work. Like, if you like it, you're gonna do it either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be nice. Like, I love, like, I always wanted to like play a sport. I feel as though in a past lifetime I was supposed to be a
You can still
basketball
play.
player.
You can play football in October. Yeah, try out. You know what I'm saying? And just see if you like it. You
Do
know
you
what I'm
have any games like closer to DC? This is like Dulles. This is like Dulles Airport. I feel like I'm taking my mom to the airplane. It feels like it.
That's because everything was shut down today.
God. Okay.
Because it took me. I got ran into a lot of traffic, but
Oh, because of the parade.
Yeah, because it usually take me about, get over here about 30 minutes usually.
Coming out of DC proper?
No, I'm coming from Capitol Heights.
I'm coming from Northeast. The thing is, like, if it's like a weekend, y'all games are usually on weekends. Or, okay, yeah, weekends I guess is okay.
Practice Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then it's usually later in the day, around 8. We start at 8. You have like a 2-hour practice.
8 p.m. 8 p.m. Y'all.
Yeah, but if you like it, you love it.
They are mothers on this team.
Yeah, they make this sacrifice. We got little kids coming. They practice with us. The kids with us. They run. They jump.
That's exactly what would happen. Is that my 2 sons will be running around this field.
Yeah, we do. We have like, they're like our mascots. We just, everybody just takes care of them. They say, "Oh, come back over here."
It's like, a little too far.
Yeah, we watch them. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Like, I love that, and I just feel as though that is so like female coded, for lack of better terms, because like, I just think about employment period and how when we talk about the wage gap with men and women, it's always women are not making as much, and it's not inherently because we are women. It's because it's all the things that comes with being a woman, whether if you're being a wife, you're being a mom and all this stuff. I'm gonna say it's mainly the mom part, and a lot of people, they'll take like a gap from, and so they don't get the promotions and all this other stuff, which doesn't make any sense to me, especially with like the sports, because it's like, clearly, like, I don't understand why, you know, women's sports aren't getting as much sponsorship. Like, luckily now, again, social media, I feel as though has a hand in it with but
my theory is talent.
Really?
So especially like with football, since when you look at like any league, anything like that, it's most of the time the people who play, like men play, like there's a lot of men who play, like even from middle school, if they stopped at middle school, like, there's a lot of men who had experience with football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's like with women, it's like more discouraged, like, do cheerleading, basketball, volleyball, all that stuff. So with us, I think the discouraged is the talent, because at the certain, you said before, there's no pipeline.
Right.
For like, and then it's just, and you could tell, like, with Allison Felix, when she had her baby, Nike didn't want to.
Right.
And so and now it's like that. Like, it's more like a patriarchy rule type thing. Right. And it's like, and since we're still embedded in there's like equality issues, it's always like, until we can fix that and make sure that everybody is just like, all right, I want to play this, and then once we get the talent and all that stuff to look like a real game, or look like, because we do look like a real game most part, but it's like, you could tell like a certain leagues and all that stuff, it's like one-sided. Like, you have the really talented people on one.
It starts to look like a scrimmage more than
so it's like, it really, and it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts the
image.
not the image, the entertainment.
Oh.
The image is there, but the entertainment sometimes is not, like, because like I don't think the entertainment is always there. Like it's not really, and sometimes it's not enjoyable because it's like, oh, like when people actually know how to play, oh, like they're not even tackling right,
Right.
both teams, da. So it's just
So
like
I'm jogging to do this.
yeah.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah.
if we have more talent, and that's why we need more people to come out and just be like, oh, I want to try something new, and yeah, be more like open for experiences. It's like, oh, I want to like play, even if it's like playing for like 2 years and get exposure and like, oh shoot, I really like this. You know what I'm saying? So we can like get like the entertainment and the enjoyment out of the team. You know, out of it, just we'll come in and watch football. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that once we get that together, we'll be fine. Like, but it's gonna take some time. We're there. We're making it happen, making strides. We're getting more people in the stands. So it's like I'll be talking to people at work. I'm like, yo, just come.
Let's come to the game.
Let's come to the game. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think at the end of the day, I think we're gonna get. It's still a slow process, but we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna have it. So we're gonna be on more TV more because we have TV, like our championship games and our our playoffs games is usually on TV on ESPN2. And so we're getting there. And like once we get, like, I think we should, like, maybe in the next, my goal hopefully is next 5 years we be all our games be on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like even if it's like all on ESPN2 and then the game is on ESPN, the championship game is on ESPN. Like, okay, once we get exposure and people just start watching us, and like even like the playback games and people just watching TV and just like, oh, these are women. Right. Like, you see that hit? You know what I'm saying? You see like
this is entertaining.
They make it more common than a spectacle. That's what we need to make it happen. And so once we make it more common, we can make it more profitable for everybody.
No, I get you. I feel you fully on that. And I think it's going to happen, especially when I'm on the team. And I try my best.
You'll be a guard.
Oh God! See, I just
push. You like pushing?
Not really. I'm actually very passive. I'm like, oh, sorry, excuse me.
Oh, no. I'm telling you, like once you realize that you can be as aggressive and like you can unblock that. You ever fought your brothers when you're younger?
Yes, of course.
You get back. You get that back. You get that.
The thing is, I black out though, and the fighting ain't so fun.
No, like trust me. Like once you realize that you can like at least your aggressive side without being punished or being ridiculed or like, yo, this is
you were doing too much, right?
You're doing too much. You just like being too much is accepted here. You know what I'm saying? You just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And especially it's a stress reliever, really. You have people like sometimes you have places you can't express yourself, and if you do express yourself, even in a professional way, you're like it's not accepted.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I could come out here, all right, just get this energy off of me. It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like once you learn how to get the play and just like, you know what I'm saying, and just have that contact and just is like, all right, I'm good. You just walk home.
That's all I needed. I just needed to push a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of men get. They have that release.
And that's why they enjoy football so much.
They got rugby, they have all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they have different sports that they can do that for. You know what I'm saying?
I also told myself in a past lifetime I was going to be a rugby player. I just felt like
you can still be a rugby player.
I had to. See, the thing is, I feel like I would do football before rugby, only because I have the protective equipment. And rugby, I feel like I needed to be playing that a little earlier to prepare my muscles and my body for the trauma.
Yeah, I would say if anybody wants to like do any want to start off and they coming from nowhere, just work on getting your body moving first. You start like running, jogging, whatever pace you got to do. Making sure you get your body weight. You can take control of your body weight. So maybe doing body squats, lunges, from time to time, like all the time, and making sure your ankle stability is like doing ankle circles. You can like look that up, and, like different things like that. So you can like work your hips, make sure your hips are good. So it's like you can do that in your house. You know what I'm saying? So just like you get your body moving, get your body to start moving again. And I feel like once you start doing that, then you realize, okay, you come out here, this is what they want, this is what you need. And then say, all right, now I need to know because I got my body moving, I gotta start working. I can work it. I can get there. I can get where they want me to be. So I can like, all right, boom, start working out. So it's all a mental thing. You just gotta work yourself up to it.
I believe that. that. I feel like the only setback I would have is like today. I feel like super bloated, and like I feel like there's a cramp thing happening right now. I don't know, cause I ate, cause it's in the stomach. It ain't like a period thing. It's just tight, and I feel as though, which again is annoying because I know that guys are not experienced stuff like
But I'm
that.
telling you, movement is medicine. Like
It will be
even though,
helping through it.
even though, like guys, like when I was in high school, like college, when we started running again to get in shape, it's like, yo, we getting these crazy bowel movements because like your body
Just
like
needed to
once
move.
you like start detoxing your skin, your like you sweating and all that stuff, your body start detoxing itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you if you don't even make the team, just keep moving, keep your
Right.
body moving, and like keep strong, like getting stronger. Like
Mhm.
I'm telling you, like it's less like a lot of like our things that people say that are like diabetes,
Mhm.
high blood pressure, hypertension, like all
Mhm.
that stuff kind of gets minimized once you start actually moving your body.
Right.
So like
For sure.
I think movement is medicine. So that it even like that's why I think the oldest person is 51 just to stay
Right.
moving.
Right.
Like I think like, once you learn how to hit, man, just
It's like that just adds a
say
plus.
you got your mental, you get your mental right, you get your physical right, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh gosh.
Just feel good. You feel good all over. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right. Oh God. I think, you know what's crazy? Like the physical, honestly, is not even a big deal. Like, you know, whatever. We do need to work out and all that. The physical ain't an issue. Even the skill not an issue for me. It's you being by Dulles. In Dulles Airport. That is
No, we have different areas.
connections there.
Connections there. That's fine. I think because a lot of our coaches work out at Fairfax.
That actually makes more sense to be in Virginia.
So we have more connections, like more we could talk more with them. So
how do y'all set up, like, because I know y'all playing the ladies in Philly, so how do y'all know who y'all are supposed to play? Because I know you were saying about how, you know, people are different skill levels and stuff like that, and so I'm assuming, and then you were also talking about talent and how it's just like what options are out there. How do you know who y'all are supposed to play at what season and how far y'all supposed, like, do y'all play people in Cali?
Oh no, we haven't played anybody in Cali, but we have a schedule that they put out in February. So most of the time, we're the East Side, so we have like 4 teams we usually play. So as we go as far as Montana to Tampa. So we usually stay in the same line.
Right.
I haven't gone further than Montana, Minnesota. I'm sorry, I haven't gone that far away. So it's just
what is the league called?
We the WFA.
WFA.
Yeah.
A Women's Football Association. Okay, context clues. Love that for me. Phenomenal.
Yeah. And then it's like it's real chill. I enjoy it. Like I enjoy the team. It's like even if you feel like you're like out of shape or whatever, like if they accept you on the team, like the team will like work with you. You know what I'm saying? You just can't beat up on yourself too much. You have to just like, all right, this is where I'm. You gotta just get a reality check. This is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm going to be in a couple, like in a year or so. So let me just start getting my mind together. So you feel like, all right, I want to do this for my team. You know what I'm saying? I want to get ready and get better for my team instead of just like by myself doing this. Like when you're by yourself, it's harder to do anything.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah. So that's like.
And it kind of like people hold you accountable. That's
Are you
A-okay.
good at catching the ball? You gonna be a tight end?
First of all, didn't I just say you have taught me more vocabulary words? So you use a lot of those machines because you're defense and you're supposed to technically be blocking them, and these are the people.
Yeah.
What are those for? There's biases in technology.
I'm not light skinned either.
All right, lighter than me. So that thing, yeah, you can see it now.
Yeah, that's a sled. We use our technique.
Sled.
Yeah, it helps us with technique and actually having a good push when we on the line.
What part of the body does it work out the most?
Usually legs. They like pushing off with your legs, and then you can also work with your hand combat. So boom. So it's like you wanna drive with your hips. So it's like you wanna stay low, so you drive with your hips. So like boom.
And like go this way. Oh God! I swear football players need to do yoga because it's a lot of stress. Oh, that's why.
Your foot goes too far back. So it's just sort of
toe at heel.
Yeah, you take it and you go.
And oh Lord, that is stretching. This one, yeah, this off this. woo!
Yep.
And I did it, and I'm going, and I'm defending my team, and I've now won the championship of the WFA. Look at that. MV, what is it called? What is it? The beginner person of the year? What is that? Rookie of the year. See? Okay. I won all. This is great. This is so fun. I like this, and I like that you have the merch and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, because I feel as though that helps a little bit with building the fan base.
Yeah.
Because that's no bueno.
Yeah.
What are some I'm fully blocking you. What are some go-to meals when you're in football, when you're in season?
I like eating like steak, especially like when I'm like off my menstrual. Like when I'm on menstrual, I eat steak, and then from there, like right before the game, I probably might eat some pasta, rice, quick good carbs and glucose.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have a lot of different. I'm not my knowledge in nutrients is not.
He's like, I go. These are my go-tos. I'm not saying that you should, but it's that. That's cool. I mean, at least to have an idea. I do eat beef. I don't eat pork. No pork on my fork. No swine when I dine. But yeah, beef is solid. I mean, I've been needing to increase my. I was vegetarian for like 5 years. For no reason. I just had free will, and once I left my parents' house, I said, "Oh, I don't have to eat meat with every single meal." So I stopped, and it was cheaper in college to not eat meat.
It is cheaper in college.
Yep. Then I came back home, and I would either have to starve to death or eat meat. So I just started eating meat again after like a year of being home. So, but it's cool. I mean, I still don't feel like I have to eat meat with every meal, but my go-to is usually beef, chicken. I do like it's not so here much, but I like ram. Ram is a pretty healthy meat, but they don't sell it a lot. Like that's not like a usual.
The only thing you probably get that is lamb from a halal.
Yeah, and lambs is cool. Lamb, a nice little grilled lamb is solid. But like ram, I got introduced to that when I was in Nigeria, when I was in Togo, and it was solid. They called it ram suya, so they put the suya seasoning on the ram. I was like, magnificent, delicious, and I didn't feel guilty because it wasn't as bad as beef, and I was like, I like this. I guess because they're running for their lives. I don't know, but it's cool. So
it's just I guess then less messed with by human consumption. Like you don't got like the medicines. And
I try to buy these things if it's real or not. I don't know. I try to buy these like booklet that I saw online. One of them was some dupe from Dr. Sebi, and then another one it was like herbs that are medicinal, and so like ginger is like a power root, so like you can put that in nearly everything, and it's great for you. Same thing with turmeric. Onions has its own little pizzazz to it, and I try to like prioritize at least once a week. I'm consuming something that has ginger in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something that turmeric, in addition to the insides, is also good for your skin. But I think inflammation is one thing that I try. Because I've been fortunate enough to not, even with my weights and all that, I haven't had diabetes. I haven't had hypertension. But you know, I'm not. What's the best word for it? I am not some magical person that isn't capable of not getting it. So I do try to do the things to minimize my chances of being exposed to it, especially.
One of the reasons why I did start doing football is I'm considered diabetic, but I once I started really working out, all the symptoms and stuff kind of
subsided. Yeah. See, and I mean, and they could whatever this modern day westernized medicine, but I feel as though
I didn't want to take medicine. I didn't want to take insulin. Because once you start, you got to keep going
for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I ain't trying.
Whereas you can do the things like playing football, working out regularly, and I think to your point earlier when you were like, as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't feel like work. For sure, I think that it really matters, especially with working out. And I think that it's great that there's so many types of working out. Like I said, I did Pilates the other time. I'm doing tennis and being able to do football. All these things are fun. What am I going to choose? I don't know. I'm going to so many wherever my heart and gas takes me. I'm gonna
because football, because we have tryouts everywhere. So
that is true. You do have tryouts. Asterisk. I have a 3-year-old, and I try to keep that time around 3:30. I mean, at around 8:30 is the time when y'all be on the field all geared up and stuff. So maybe when he's like 5.
Okay.
The youngest is 5. Then I'll be like, all right, it's time. I got this. You know, let him do his run around. He gonna see his mama on the field. Then maybe he will encourage his fellow men to say, oh yeah, you know what? Girls also should be playing football and see my mama play. Then he bring his whole team and they family members, and you know, it's like a ripple effect. And like you said, that falls in line with your 5-year plan. So see, I'm working with you, not against you. So, yes, of course. So no problem. I'm a link. I do appreciate this, truly taking the time out. I know how hard it is, especially on a Saturday, to do stuff like this, but I had fun. I think this is great. I look forward to seeing some more skills since someone refuses to show me how to throw a ball, but it's okay.
I don't have one for you.
This one right there. There's one right underneath that sign. There's a football.
Okay.